sportsmanship. The athletes on the court will be giving their best effort, and we ask that you give your positive support. Help make today's game enjoyable for everyone in attendance, especially the people around you. At this time, we'd like to introduce the starting lineup for both teams. For Mount Ararat, a senior, number 4, Jalen Jensen.
Oscar there at the table. We're just painting a sign by later.
Number 10, Sadie Mullen. For Mount Ararat, a senior, number 10, Jalen Jensen. We'd like to invite fans, coaches, and players that sports around our state are new officials. We expect our officials to be treated with respect by everyone in attendance as they have given their time tonight to ensure our players can play. Thank you for your cooperation and support. Now please stand if you're able and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem by the Brunswick High School Band.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Brunswick High School for tonight's doubleheader matchup between the Brunswick Dragons girls basketball team versus the Ararat girls basketball team, and followed right after by the boys basketball versus Ararat.
Yeah, it would be a tight schedule. Starting here at 5, boys game will be at 7, so we'll have a short break in between. Regain our thoughts. We've got me, Ethan Patterson, and Kosinski on the mic tonight. Robert Bowen will be joining us later. He is currently at lacrosse. We got Micah Greenwald over there in the band, which played a beautiful anthem just now, by the way. He is running our scoreboard tonight, so shout out Micah. Hopefully we'll have a good stream for you tonight. 2-man crew plus Micah and the band. Excited for this one, Kaz.
Yeah, Robert, should be a good game. This Ararat team, sorry, it's called too many games with Robert these days. Ethan, very excited for this. Should be a good game. This Ararat team did win somewhat decisively last time, but they are one of the best teams in the state. However, girls basketball just upset the 13-2 Edward Little Red Eddies the other day. So I've got this feeling that anything can happen now.
Yeah, in Battle of the Bridge, we know it's a close game, a rivalry game here. Mount Ararat is the 1 seed coming into this game, 16-1. Dragons currently sitting in 6th with a 7-10 record.
Yeah, and this season was labeled as somewhat of a rebuilding year. Dragons lost a lot of seniors and have a lot of freshmen on the team, so they're really working to regain their status as a top program. So to have a 7-10 record is impressive in and of itself. Jalen Jensen, is that Jenna or Jalen Jensen? Yeah, there's a lot of Jensens on this team. That's what I remember. That's Jenna Jensen there, number 10 now. They got 3 Jensens that play significant minutes for these Ararat Eagles here. It will be Kaylee Wag now. Wag to Jalen Jensen, into Juliana Allen. Allen's shot won't go. Wag with a rebound. Her putback will go. That'll be 2 for Ararat to start off the scoring for this evening. Ahead to Laminchkova. Guarded by Allen. She will have it stolen away. Allen now comes the other way. Allen, one of the best girls basketball players in Maine. To the corner for Wag. Wag will let it fly. Wag will hit. She's got 5 points through 50 seconds. Sadie Mullen now. Trapped by Allen, but advances to Lemichkova. Back to Mullen. Mullen drives inside, will take a awkward-looking shot. Thought she got fouled, but no foul will be called. Jalen Jensen ahead to... That's Callie LeClaire. It was LeClaire who missed the shot, but LeClaire is who flamed the Dragons last time. She scored 26 and hit 5 threes last time, so that's definitely going to be somebody to watch for the Dragons here. Wag with an opportunity to get to 7 points in just a minute 10 here.
Yeah, and Kaz, LeClaire, just a sophomore on this team. Also going to keep an eye on number 11, Juliana Allen. She's 6'1", so towering over many of the girls here. You're going to see her being a presence in the paint, grabbing a ton of rebounds. So some star-studded lineup here for the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, they won the state championship last year, and they're 16-1 this year. Like this Ararat team is proving to be a dynasty. Dragons got to get across half court. It's Roque with the ball to Mullen. Mullen got to get it over, and she will. Avoiding that 8-second violation. Mullen trapped now. Leaves it for Mishu. Avoids the 5-second again. This Ararat defense looks heavy early. Lemichkova finds Roque. Roque was the Dragons' leading scorer last time with 18. Roque to Mullen. Mullen into the low block for Mishu. Mishu, one dribble. Goes up through traffic. Will be tipped out of bounds. Dragons will hang on to possession.
Great play there by Brendan Shaw, boys basketball star. Able to keep the ball in, get it right back to the referee so we can keep playing.
And the ball was tipped by Allen on its way in, and it will continue to be the Dragons basketball here. Lemichkova into Roque. Roque, low block, steps through. Kept it short off the front rim, but she does get the steal back. Mullen now through traffic. She gets the foul. Opportunity for Brunswick to get on the board here. That's what the Dragons are going to have to do a lot of tonight. They're not the bigger team. Ararat, pound for pound, way bigger. They got a lot of tall players, a lot of big, strong players. Brunswick, a much younger core. They're going to need to be fearless and go up into fouls through traffic and get to the free throw line all night. Mullen's first won't fall. Going to get a second look at things here, though. Dragons in a pretty defensive formation here early as Mullen's second will go. Dragons ran all three back there and just kept Roque in for the off chance at a rebound there. As Jenna Jensen will find LeClaire. Motion offense here into Allen. Allen to LeClaire. LeClaire passes up the three. Swings to Jenna Jensen, who finds her twin, Jalen Jensen, whose mid-range jumper from the baseline won't fall. Mullen comes down with the rebound. Mishu now. Crosses half. Hey, what's that like?
Eagles going to come the other way. It's Callie LeClaire, who we talked about earlier, able to get in the 2.
So our scoreboard has been frozen on Micah's end, so we're going to have to address things here on our own, Patterson, I think. Or we could try and... Oh, maybe he's back. He's back. He's good. He's fixing it, I think. And Kaylee Wag will get her... That might be her 8th point. That's definitely her 8th points of the night. It might be her 10th. We are working on the scoreboard here. Definitely a bit more cumbersome than it has been in the past. Sport Cam doesn't like to make things easy on us here.
Indeed, and you throw in the school Wi-Fi issue, and things can get pretty tricky for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you love to see it. Micah appears to be back online here. Yeah, the school Wi-Fi is. What's a good analogy for the school Wi-Fi?
You might have to give it back to me on that one, Kaz.
Calculus AB AP exam for myself.
I would have to agree with that. That is
baseline inbound here to Roque, and it will be tipped and fall out of bounds. Unfortunate for the Dragons there, as
Yeah, no, I do like that analogy. We've spent a lot of time with the Wi-Fi as we did in AB calculus, and still when it came to the time when we needed to know calculus most, when we needed the Wi-Fi most, we just didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to pull a 2 out of that one.
I shared a similar fate, Casimir.
Yeah, Ethan and I's combined scores wouldn't even be a 5, so not great. Over to Jenna Jensen, into Allen. Allen doubled, over to LeClaire. It will come off LeClaire last. It will be Dragons basketball. Dragons need to get some momentum swinging here. I think any kind of bucket on this possession would go as far as to do that. Lemichkova picked up full court by Ararat's Juliana Allen. Mishu with the cut, drives to the rack, and that will go. That's a great bucket from Mishu. That's exactly what the Dragons needed.
That's exactly what you were looking for, Kaz. Eagles pulling away a little bit, but Dragons just slowly going to chip away back the lead here.
Dragons reining them back in a little bit. And it will be Jenna Jensen now. We'll find Wag. Wag to Jenna. Jenna Jensen to Jalen Jensen. Back to LeClaire. LeClaire will let it fly. Come too strong off the rim. And that's that Juliana Allen 6'1" height. Natalie Cantrell with the interception. CJ Stroud style pass from Juliana Allen there. Jumps it to Mishu. Mishu picked up by Jalen Jensen, over to Roque. Roque. They need to get her help. You got 5 seconds. There we go. Mishu now. Mishu to Lemichkova. Drives in. Natalie Cantrell comes down with the tip there. Into Grace Roque. Roque on Wag. Drive through, and they are going to say she traveled there. Personally thought it might have been a jump ball before that third foot came down, but obviously refs are always right here at BHSN. We will go to their discretion first.
Yeah, guys, we're going to see the Eagles take out LeClaire here. We have not seen a substitution so far for the Dragons. If this was the boys' game, it would be shocked because the Brunswick boys teams frequently subs in their players early. At this point in the game, you'd probably have seen 10 players already.
Yeah, and to no surprise here, this is another Jensen that will enter the game here. I believe it's Sophie Jensen? Josie Jensen. Come, I mean, Jalen, Jenna, and Josie Jensen. I mean, what are we doing here? That's remarkable. That will be another bucket for Ararat. Mullen in the front court needs to get across, and she will. And Ararat wanted a charge there. They won't get it. Mishu puts the ball on the floor. Picked up heavy by Jenna Jensen. Into Roque. Roque still high on the perimeter, though. That will be tipped. No backcourt violation. Roque is free to put it back on the floor, and she does. She will bump Jalen Jensen. Here is Jenna Jensen now. Mishu runs off a screen from Roque to Roque. Roque will let a deep 3 go. Too strong off the rim there. That's a good look from Roque there, though, to realize that play is they're being trapped heavily into Jenna Jensen, or Jalen Jensen there. Juliana Allen, long 2, won't fall. Josie Jensen comes down with a rebound, and they're going to say she traveled. Her knees hit the floor before she released the basketball there. %60% of the Ararat team out there right now is currently a Jensen. So, remarkable. Over to Wag. Wag won't go. Rebound Jensen. Strong off the rim. Rebound Wag. Over to Jensen. Here's Jensen now. Into Allen. Cantrell will steal. Mullen will charge ahead. Jenna Jensen back in transition, though. Mullen with a hard shot off the backboard. It won't go. It was a good look from Mullen, though. Josie Jensen will light a deep 3. Close, but no banana there. And Sadie Mullen comes the other way. They're going to say that was a push on, Jenna Jensen. They're going to say Jenna Jensen had a push there, and that will come over to Brunswick basketball.
Yeah, Kaz, at this point, I think with all the Jensens on the court, we're going to have to start calling them by their first names here.
I do agree with you. Into Mullen, who's guarded by Josie Jensen. We'll just say double J for depending on who it is. So If it's Jalen Jensen, we'll just go by their initials. How about? If it's Jalen Jensen, we'll say JJ. If it's Josie Jensen, we will say JJ. And if it's Jenna Jensen, we'll also we'll say JJ.
That's good. I think that'll clear it up for the viewers. Make it easier for us too.
Absolutely. We'll go ahead and just run it down real quick. Number 4 is Jalen Jensen. Number 10 is Jenna Jensen. And number 24 is Josie Jensen. They're going to say a foul on, I think that's on number 10. I think that's going to be on Jenna Jensen.
Might have to get a Jensen counter here at some point.
I don't think anything else would be reasonable. This is a packed house here. I mean, once the student section gets up and roaring, we're hoping it does. This is going to be a full house, Ethan.
Certainly, and then you add in the pep band there on the other side, taking up a quarter of the far side there. This is going to be a great environment here.
This is going to be a thrilling night. Mishu's second free throw will go. The high arcer. No lack of arc on that shot. Here is Jensen. Brian Purnell hits a quick run through the old streamers over there, making sure they work. Into Allen. Allen finds who is that? Finds Emma Graffam. Out to LeClaire. To Josie Jensen. They're going to say Mullen with a push. One of these refs is a very large human, just like tall and like broad. I'd put him at like 6'4", a big guy. Josie Jensen. Over to Jalen Jensen. Into Juliana Allen, whose shot won't go, but Jalen gets the rebound. Jalen to Emma Graffam, and she will shadur that one out of there.
Yeah, looks like it caught a flute over there in the pep band. We hope that'll make it out of that. Seem to be doing a key inspection at the moment. Looks like it'll be okay.
We're hoping that the flute will live to see another day here. It will be Dragons ball to inbound here. To the ultimate surprise of the Ararat student section. Into the game now for Ararat will be Maeve Acker, a junior forward. Emma Mishu to Mullen, back to Mishu. This full court trap is deadly. I mean, this is gonna be what gets us. Mullen, Jalen Jensen picking her up. Mullen, I would like a trip call, please. We will get a push. I'm not gonna complain about that. That's the right call. That is Ararat's 4th foul. So if there happens to be another foul or two in the next 15 seconds, it'll be free throws.
Yeah, if there's anything to critique about Ararat's game tonight, it's going to be the fouls. Dragons have been pretty strong, not getting a ton of fouls. Still, it's not really playing a huge factor here, but something to watch going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Dragons going to get one last chance here, it appears. They need to get it in, though. Mullen will get it into Cantrell. Cantrell to Roque. Roque with just a couple seconds here. Passes that grenade over to Cantrell, and nothing will come of that there. That is an unfortunate way to end the quarter there. It would have been nice to try and get a shot up, maybe cut the lead down to 5 or 6. Hope to right the ship a little bit here, but down 8 after the first quarter could be worse.
Yeah, certainly. After the first 4 minutes or so, I think it was, 10-1? So they really turned it around. Second half of that first quarter, held them to just 2 points there, able to pick up a few points of their own. So although they are down 12-4, they're coming up with a little bit of positives here, able to hold them down there for a little bit in the end.
Yeah, Ethan, I think that's what they got to harp on in this quarter break, is that like you cannot focus on the fact that you're losing. You need to shift the attention to the fact that you just won the second half of that quarter, and that you're beating them right now, and you need to play off that energy and ride with it. You got to get everybody excited. Energy is what, like, if you can get the stadium behind you tonight, you win this game.
Guys, just random thought here. It's going to be a long night for us. These referees, are we going to see them all night, or do you think there will be a new crew for the boys game?
No, there will absolutely be a new crew for the boys game. They really never run back-to-back games for basketball, unless it's AAU in the summer. Or not AAU, summer ball. Summer ball they run double crews sometimes. And for AAU I guess they do as well, but oftentimes in high school they get a big referee swap after one game. And these are all new referees before. I've never seen any of these referees before. Josie Jensen to Juliana Allen to the cutting. That's a great bucket there from Maybacker. That's a nice backdoor cut. Juliana Allen with an over-the-head pass. Dumps it to her in stride. And it just gets to the cup finish. It's a great play there. Emma Mishu now. Back to Mullen.
We do apologize for the lack of the scoreboard here. Micah is working on it.
Gabe Purnell appears to be helping him out. They're going to say it was a sandwich jump ball there. Possession arrow does point to Brunswick. Oh, he got it. Micah learning the ins and outs of the Sport Camp scoreboard. Cantrell. They're going to say that came off Cantrell last.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely had a different angle on it. Cantrell certainly believed that it was going to be off of Ararat as she just gave up on it, watched it go out of bounds. So interesting call there.
Yeah, I mean, not the call you'd expect to see. Jalen Jensen now. Drives to the cup. Left-handed layup won't go. Rebound, Roke, but there were 3 Eagles surrounding her there immediately. Not enough help from her Dragon team to get her out of that jump ball, and that will be Ararat basketball as the father of Brady Marzakis walks in.
Brady Marzakis, a former BHSN employee, a BHSN founder at Johnson & Wales University this year. Shout out Brady Marzakis.
Big shout out to that guy. What we just missed there was a Juliana Allen layup. Farrell come storming onto the court there to call that timeout. He wanted that one for a while. Eventually it was heard. They eventually gave it to him.
Guys, on the topic of BHSN outside of the arena, the stadium, tomorrow there will be an article posted in the Times Record written by Cooper Sullivan. We did an interview with him a few weeks ago. He did a little deep dive on BHSN, our story, our plans for the future. So keep an eye out for that. That should be posted tomorrow in the Times Record.
Absolutely. Stay on the lookout for that. As soon as we get a look at it, it will be all over our story, I'm sure. BHSN will repost it. But in case you can't find it there, we're just letting you know now so you can go find it whenever you can. And Cheer Jerkers, the song of choice for the marching band at Brunswick High School. Emma Mishu inbound to Mullen. Mullen came out of the triple threat there to drive and then release to Cantrell. Cantrell to Lemichkova. To Roke. Roke with a head fake. Mishu will have it poked by Maeve Acker, but she'll keep it in the front court. Mullen drives inside. They're going to say she was fouled as she went up. Will be free throws. And that's exactly what I was talking about. Is that they're not the bigger team, and they just need to get to the cup, get fouled, get free throws in the air. That's their strategy to win this game. And they were not going to even send a single rebounder this time. Just fully accepting that they are not going to win that rebound, and that they are going to prioritize their efforts on defense on the other end. I don't mind that decision at all. A lot of times what will happen, you'll put two people in there for the rebound, and they do put Cantrell now, but they do still keep 3 back. You put 2 people in there for the rebound, you get boxed out, win the rebound, the top 2 and the person on the arc just gun the other way, and all of a sudden you're down a person the other way. Going to be waved off. I'm going to say Cantrell entered. Entered before the free throw. Oh, actually, they're going to say shooter went over the line. That's a rare call. You really never see that. Jenna Jensen will let it fly, and she will get a 3 to fall. She'll bank it off the backboard. and extend the Ararat lead to 14 here. Lemichkova to Mullen. Mullen powers ahead. Leaves it for Cantrell. Cantrell takes it herself. They're going to say she traveled. How? That is not even close to possible. I don't understand that one bit. She lost the ball. The ball was poked out and rolled across the court.
Yeah, we certainly see Coach Farrell disagrees with that call as well. He's been heated with the officials a few times tonight. They didn't give him his timeout as quickly as he wanted it just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, and Farrell, known to be a vocal coach. That will be a foul on number 4 of Brunswick. That foul is going to, or no. Who did they assess that foul to? Let's see. Well, I'll let you know in a moment here. There's no number 4 in the game for Brunswick, so. Sadie Mullen will check out in exchange for Cheyenne Shipley, seeing her first court time of the evening. Is that really the first sub Brunswick's made?
Taz, I believe it is. And we're now 11 minutes into the game.
So that foul was on Sadie Mullen. That's impressive. Brunswick only having 1 sub this far into Roque. Roque's shot won't go. And up ahead the other way is Emma Graffam of Ararat. She will leave it for Josie Jensen. Gets baseline. And Mishu with a deflection to block the pass from reaching the hands of Jenna Jensen. It will fall out of bounds. And the ball will now be possessed by Mount Ararat again. Josie Jensen into Kaylee Wag. Wag to Jenna Jensen. To a shot look for Jenna Jensen. She will bank it off the backboard. That'll be her second bank. Unless it was the other Jensen that hit the first one. I really don't remember, but there have been 2 bank threes, both coming from one of the Jensen twins. Lemichkova to Shipley. Dribbles and swings to Cantrell. To Roque. Roque on the right wing now. To Mishu. Mishu passes up the shot as Wag was there. Roque won't get the spin to fall. Will be thrown out of bounds by Ararat, though, and will become Brunswick basketball with 4.5 minutes left in this second quarter of action. Ethan, how are we feeling?
I'm a little disappointed that last shot didn't go in. It looked as though it was going to go in and then just took a weird bounce. Ended up bouncing up and away from the rim. So, I don't know. I was really hoping that was going to go in.
Yeah, that's a busted up entry pass there from Shipley that is intercepted. Mullen will check back into the game now, likely for Shipley. And as Maeve Acker steps through, her shot will fall. That will be the first. All right, we got Coach Clark in the house setting up another tripod here, preparing to get his huddle film ready. They will play at 7 o'clock right after this on BHSN. Get ready to watch that one. That'll be a fun game. Shipley now tries to force it ahead to Lemichkova, but it was picked off by Josie Jensen, who turns it back over to Roque. Emma Mishu now takes the ball up the court. She'll cross half and send it ahead to Shipley. Shipley will let a 3 fly. Won't go. Dragons could not secure the rebound. And now the other way is a spin move from Jenna Jensen and a left-handed push. It will result in 2 more points for Ararat as they now lead by 23 in the first half. Emma Mishu to Cantrell. Cantrell tries to find Shipley, and it will come out of bounds as Shipley will come out for Mullen. Ararat will get some changes as well. They'll get Jenna Jensen, or they got Jalen Jensen, Juliana Allen, and Callie LeClaire back into the game now. Allen inbounded to Jenna Jensen. Jensen guarded by Cantrell. Into Juliana Allen. And her, that was an awkward looking shot there. It was somewhat of a right elbow pull-up that just came hard off the rim. Bumbles out of bounds. Lemichkova ahead to Mullen. Mullen. Cantrell back to Mullen. Ethan, I will say, if the Dragons don't win tonight, I think that in 4 years when they have 7 seniors on the team, they are going to destroy Ararat.
Certainly could be the case. Ararat has 2 freshmen on the team versus the Dragons, who have 6, of which 3 are starters?
Yes,
3 are starters. So, yeah, this Brunswick team is definitely going to be good in a few years.
And I believe Grace Roke of Brunswick has currently the best chance of being the next 1,000-point scorer from Brunswick. She's nearing 150 on the season, I think. And with steady increase over the next couple years, I think that it's likely that she might hit 1,000. I don't think Jackson Tebow is another possibility, but he has not scored much this year. He's been a great player, and he's just starting to really get into the mix of things now, but only time will tell. The Eagles will take over on their baseline here. Oh no, sorry, the Dragons will still hold possession.
It was Coach Ben Clark sitting next to us there for a few minutes, recently named Coach of the Year, Class A North, I believe.
Was he really?
Yeah, so congrats to him. I believe that is his first Coach of the Year honor.
That's huge for Ben Clark. How did I miss that? Big congratulations to Ben Clark.
I believe that has been publicly announced. I was told by another basketball coach that information, so I assume that is public. If not, I apologize.
Ethan, I'm starting to really think that that's not public information because those awards are typically announced right before playoffs. And we still have quite a few, not quite a few, but we still have a couple regular season games.
This is the last game.
Is it really?
It is, yes.
I was of the mindset that this happened before playoffs, and I guess we may be in that window now, so maybe it's public information. If it's not, you heard it here first on BHSN. We nominate Coach Clark as Class A North Coach of the Year. As a LeClaire jumper over to Mishu. Mishu trapped heavy, and they're going to say it's a jump ball. Possession arrow will go to Brunswick. It will be Brunswick to inbound.
Dragons have been held to just 1 point in the second quarter, guys. Minute 10 remaining, so still plenty of time. They have the offensive possession here, so we'll see if they can add some more to the tally.
Yeah. Hey, Mullen fighting for it on the ground. Play is not going to be dead. She's just going to sit on the ball. I'm not sure what the call is going to be here. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before.
I think she expected a whistle earlier, as did everyone else, but she just didn't get it. So, yeah, not really sure what was going on there.
Yeah, the refs just chose to just let that one ride and see what happens. You know, test a little something new into Allen. Allen to LeClaire. See, where Allen is really dangerous is she's obviously dangerous in the post, but she's killer against the zone and against man, because once you work it into her on the high post, even the low block, all of a sudden the zone collapses around her. Everybody's trying to pull it back off of her, steal it from her, and all of a sudden, like 3 or 4 open looks on anywhere on the perimeter open up. As she tries her putback shot will go. Bringing Ararat up to 32 now. Mishu to Lemichkova. Over to Roke. Roke to Mullen. Mullen will pass it to Mishu. Mishu to Roke. Roke will let it fly, and it will come up just short. It was a bit deep at the buzzer there. Dragons will head into the half now. And we're gonna call it there for our half of BHSN. We will see you guys back here in about 10 minutes. It is Ethan Patterson and Kosinski on the call. Ethan Patterson also working our camera. Big shout out to him. And Micah Greenwald on the scoreboard. Thank you so much. We'll see you shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Brunswick High School Sports Network. We gave you a minute there with the band. They're still doing very well despite the loss of myself and Kaz over the past year. Brandon Duras always puts together a great group there as they play the classic Hey song. Great work by the BHS band tonight. We have word that Gabe Purnell, Amaya's, his phone is now doing the scoreboard for us. It is still Micah Greenwald running it, but shout out to Gabe Purnell Amaya's. He will be playing in the boys game just after this one at 7 o'clock. Michaud gonna work it inside around to Mullen into Roque. Takes it in the paint. Not a ton of options. Looked for the underhand shot, which almost was successful. Pass quick up to Jenna Jensen. Is no good. Had too much speed. Ran right under the hoop. As that's LeClaire who pulls up from mid-range. No good. Stolen there by Cantrell. Michaud the other way. Michaud trying to work her way around Jenna Jensen. Inside to Roque. Roque. And it'll be wrestled away. Brunswick does have the possession. Brunswick does not have the possession area. Mount Ararat will take over. Dragons with just 1 point in the second quarter. 1 field goal on the day. As a 3 there from LeClaire finds its mark. Eagles to take a 30-point lead. Mullins' pass for Cantrell is too strong. Inbound to Jensen. Jensen will take it into the front court. Jensen is fouled. That was Cantrell. Got a hand on the elbow of Jenna Jensen. Jensen will inbound to Wag. Eagles going to take a quick timeout here. Kaz, early for a timeout, especially up 30 in the third quarter. What do you think the discussion is here for the Eagles?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not sure. My initial thought as soon as I saw it was to get Allen back in the game, who just left to see the trainer for possibly something technicality related. It is, yeah, she bandaged up her finger. I thought they were trying to throw her back in the game, but now, given her position when the timeout was taken, I don't feel like that's the reason. And especially now that she's going back to the bench, it could just be, realigning the team. I don't know. Brunswick felt a little off there. I'm not sure what's happening. I really don't know what that timeout was for. That's an odd one to me. Be a switch up on the inbound. Lineup is still the same. This time, inbound comes to Jalen Jensen, who takes a deep 3 off the front of the rim. It was Jenna that tried to get the rebound, but snuck out of bounds before she could get there. It'll be Roque to inbound to Michaud. Michaud, Roque, and Mullen, the 3 freshmen starting for the Dragons. Cantrell, a senior, works its way around to Mullen. Mullen inside to Roque. Roque spinning, take it up for the shot. Good defense there from Ararat. But Lemichkova is wide open and puts in the 2. Dragons, their second field goal of the night. It's going to be another foul on Cantrell. Cantrell is the only senior on this Dragons roster. As we've mentioned, very young core, 3 starting freshmen. Lemichkova, a junior. That ball works its way around to LeClaire far side, who takes the deep 2 and finds her mark. 37-7 lead here for the Eagles.
Dragons going to work it around the top of the arc. Cantrell into the corner, was looking for Roke inside, but stolen away by Graffam. Graffam once again works it around to Wag. Wag looking inside. Instead opts to kick it out to Jenna Jensen. Jenna pass intended for Wag, as that'll be a backcourt violation.
Yeah, this is not the start the Dragons needed. This game is slipping away slowly here. Not a lot to be said. I mean, I think the Dragons just need to focus on the playoffs. You know, anything's possible in the playoffs, and I don't think this game means that much. I think the Dragons are in the playoffs, and I don't know how much they're really paying attention to this game here.
Speaking of switching things up, the Dragons are going to bring in yet another freshman, number 32, Allie Gentle. You see here her there over on the far side. Dragons now with 4 freshmen in the game.
I mean, all that says to me is that in 4 years, this Dragons team will be up 39-7 on Ararat. Right now, they're down 39-7, but 4 strong freshman players in the game, the core of this team. I think that this Dragons team has bright years in front of them.
It was just a few years ago that the Dragons girls team won the state championship, defeating Ararat in their route to that victory. Quickly, the tides have turned as some strong graduating players have moved on. New lineup for the Dragons.
Shout out to Eva Harvey, who recorded 12 assists in the state championship.
Deep 3 from Roke off the front of the rim. It was Gentle that tried to put up the 2 for the rebound there. No good, but regained by Lemichkova, who takes it inside to Roke. Roke able to dance around the Eagle defender and lay it in. Dragons finding some points here. Three attempt. Somehow finds its way into the hoop. That was Kaylee Wag. Bounced about 4 times on the rim before it eventually fell in. Mullen playing pass with Michaud. Nearly intercepted across the top. Instead, it is by LeClaire. LeClaire the other way, fast break. Layup is no good. Jensen able to keep it in, kicks it back out to LeClaire. A 3 attempt. No good from Josie Jensen. LeClaire once again takes it inside, tries to go up and over Roke. No good. Roke finds Lemichkova. Lemichkova into the front court. Back to Roke. Roke works around to Lemichkova. Mullen up top. Mullen takes it inside, throws it up off the backboard as Grace Roke tries to put up the rebound, but is blocked, and the Eagles come the other way. Rebound no good. It's the attempt by Kaylee Wag, fouled by Gentle. Dragons are going to look to sub in Lacey Dinsmore here in a few. I'd like to give a shout out to our scoreboard sponsor, Portside Singer Domingos, Portside Realty. There we go. They have been a great supporter of BHSN, provide the payment for subscription monthly to the scoreboard sport cam, and also provided some merch for us, as well as a recent dinner. We appreciate the support. It's incredible. We wouldn't be able to do it without them. Michaud feeds Dinsmore. Dinsmore's first touch on the ball tonight. Inside to Roke, who gives it back to Dinsmore. Working around Gentle for 3. Nearly found its mark, but off the back as it was Lemichkova and Wag that were wrestling for the ball along the baseline. They're going to say it was off of Wag. Dragons will inbound. The Eagles going to work some fresh legs into the game now. Avery Elliott, number 5. First we've seen of her tonight. Lemichkova looking for an option, looking for Gentle. Gentle able to grab the pass. Back out to Lemichkova before she falls to the floor. Lemichkova's shot, no good. Eagles the other way. Jensen's pass intended for the other Jensen. That was Josie Jensen. It's a bit behind her. Fell out of bounds. Right near Lexi Morin. Current USM women's basketball player. Former player here at Brunswick. Gentle. Works up top. Lemichkova able to keep it into the front court. Michaud now. Michaud for 3. No good. Dragons still yet to hit a 3 tonight. As Josie Jensen brings it into the front court for the Eagles. 55 remaining in the third quarter. Dragons match their first quarter total with 4 points. Still 40 seconds remaining as the corner 3 from Elliott is no good. Chance here for Josie Jensen. Connects on the 2. Dinsmore takes it inside. Roke, a deep 3 off the front of the rim and the backboard and out. It's Jalen Jensen able to grab the rebound and take it in the front court with the Eagles with 7 seconds remaining. Poked away by Michaud. Chance for Lemichkova. 3 seconds remain. Will she get the shot up? She is fouled. They're going to call an offensive foul, actually.
Yeah, they got a charge there. I don't think that's the right call, but I don't think it matters. There's 1.2 seconds left, so.
The referee very expressive with his explanation there to Coach Farrell, who demonstrated a push off as the heave in the dying seconds by Jalen Jensen is no good. Eagles 46-9 lead going into this fourth quarter.
I want to go ahead and give one more shout out to the band. I think they've been the highlight of the evening so far. We love when they show up to events. You know, they make it to a couple of sporting events for each team each year. You know, it always just makes the environment that much better in the gym.
Kaz, have they been to a golf match? I don't know if I've seen them at a golf match.
I don't know if you can really swing that though. The whole point of golf is that it's pretty quiet.
Certainly, you'd clap when they make the putt, right?
Very quiet clapping.
Maybe they can bring the plastic clappers, get a group of about 40 out there. I'm sure the golf team would appreciate. Maybe we'll suggest that to band director Brandon Duras. It's Gentle with the steal for the Dragons. Kaz lagged a bit there on the video. I will admit I did the same thing quite a few times in the first half of this game. It's a little different without having a designated videographer, as it's just me and Kaz up here. Do have Micah Greenwald running the scoreboard over there in the pep band with the cell phone of Gabe Pernell-Myers. Cross-court pass is tipped away by Lemichkova, but Eagles able to maintain control. It's Isabel O'Baniel, number 13 there. First we've seen of her tonight, I believe, as she picks up an assist. Finds Maeve Acker, who lays it in. Dinsmore falls to the court. Dragons do have the possession arrow. They will maintain possession here.
I mean, that last bucket by Maeve Acker, the only way to really describe that is just barbecue chicken. Like, that's a pretty famous college basketball quote from last year's March Madness event. And yeah, barbecue chicken. That's about it.
It's really a great basketball term there. Gentle finds the three-pointer. The Dragons have connected on their first three-pointer of the night, bringing them into the double digits here in the fourth. Gentle did not start this game. We saw her first in the third quarter, and she's got the Dragons' first three-pointer of the night. Jensen spinning, finds LeClaire. O'Baniel back to LeClaire. LeClaire taking her time. Ends up finding Acker, who works it around. LeClaire with the corner three off the back of the rim. Strong right out to Jenna Jensen, able to get the rebound. Tipping it to LeClaire, who is fouled and falls to the floor. Foul will be charged to Lemichkova. Dragons are going to send out Sadie Mullen back into the game. She'll give Emma Michaud a rest. Jensen working around up top, finds O'Baniel. O'Baniel guarded by Gentle. Finding Wag inside, who pushes it out once again. Eagles strong passing. Wag able to get some separation there on the Dragons defender. Get up the three, which is no good. Dragons grab the rebound and head the other way. Shipley now. Works it back to Mullen. Into Shipley. Shipley for three. Off the front of the rim, nearly got there. No good. Wag. She's double teamed here along the baseline. Was almost able to spin out of it. Eagles will maintain possession as they're going to do a full team swap out here.
Evan Williams here now for the Brunswick student section. He did break his back snowboarding very recently, so good to see him on his feet again. We hope he's back for tennis season. He is one of the best tennis players in the school, hands down.
Ball works its way out to Allen, who looks inside for Hunt. Back to Allen from just beyond the charity stripe. No good. But Eagles able to grab the rebound. It's Allen once again putting up another shot. No good. Gentle with the rebound. Dragons the other way. It's Mullen. Mullen throws it up. Is fouled in the process. Kaz, it is 5:57 currently. The boys' game is scheduled to begin at 7 o'clock. Do you think we might see an early start, or are they going to keep these fans waiting another hour?
I'm not sure. I mean, maybe a few minutes away, but it is senior night, so like they're gonna squeeze this for everything they've got. They're gonna do a big senior night ceremony, maybe 10 minutes earlier, but no earlier than that.
Shipley's second three off the right side of the rim. Eagles working around the arc. Jensen received the pass from Hunt. Hunt's first minutes in the game. Hannah Hunt, one of two freshmen on the Eagles team, along with Josie Jensen. As Graffam is able to find the two. Eagles now at 50. Grace Roque takes her time, shoots the three, hit the front and back of the rim and out. It was 6'1" Juliana Allen that was able to grab the rebound, looking far side for Hunt. Tipped off of Gentle's hands and apparently off of Hunt's hands, according to the referee. Dragons will inbound. Michaud playing pass with Mullen. Up top to Lemichkova. Michaud back to Mullen. Mullen up in the corner. She pulls the trigger, and she's got it! Sadie Mullen brings the Dragons up to 15. Their second three of the night, now 2 3-pointers in a row. The last 2 scores for the Dragons. Juliana Allen finds Jalen Jensen inside. Able to put it up quick and in for 2. Mullen pushes it out to Roque. To Michaud. In the corner for Lemichkova. Lemichkova's corner 3 off the backboard. Nearly fell in. But comes out into the hands of Jensen. And the Eagles will take a timeout and bring in a few substitutions here after the break. Kaz, is this Cheer Jerkers 1 from the BHS band?
This is Cheer Jerkers, yeah.
Cheer Jerkers 1, 2, or 3? I believe it's 1.
It's 1, yeah.
We'll let you listen to this here. Once again, well done by the BHS band. Shout out to Micah Greenwald, who is playing tonight and running the scoreboard. We appreciate his work.
BHSN band?
Did I say the BHSN band? I apologize. That is not the BHSN band. We wish we had the facilities to have our own band. Maybe we'll have them record. Maybe at some point in the future we see the BHS band recording a BHSN intro song, potentially. That could be in the cards for the future, but yes. The BHS band not affiliated with BHSN, of course, with the exception of Micah and Gabe Purnell, Amaya's cell phone. Foul committed on Shipley with a $1:37 to go. Okay, as we talk about the timing, it is senior night. It is also senior night for the cheer team. It appears they have 3 seniors, so that will add to our timing here. It's just after 6. Boys game scheduled to start at 7. So we will likely turn on the stream for senior night. So you can keep an eye out for that. Maybe even turn on notifications so you know that we're live once again. We will end this stream and then start a new stream for the boys basketball game. Mullen takes it along the baseline, trying to put it up for 2 before she's fouled. It's going to be a push called on number 3 for the Eagles. That's Haley Ruff. Jelena Mitrovic into the game for the Dragons. Her first minutes of the night. She'll replace Grace Roque. Roque had 18 of 19 points in the last matchup between these teams a few weeks ago. approach a minute remaining in the fourth quarter. Eagles gonna kill some time, work it around the top. Pass looking inside from LeClaire. Kicks out to the corner. It's a corner 3 attempt from Avery Elliott. Able to connect. As the Eagles now take a 40-point lead. Mullen back and forth inside. The underhand shot falls just wide. It was Michaud trying to get the rebound there. Ends up out of bounds off of a pair of Eagles. Dragons with a final chance to make something happen here with 23.6. Mullen looks up to Mitrovic to Michaud. Mullen looking inside for Phillips, but it was stolen away by the Eagles with 5 seconds. And they will just kill the time here. A foul called with 1.2. And that will do it here for the first matchup of the doubleheader. Eagles, the 1 seed, coming into this game, the heavy favorite, come away with a 56-16 victory. Kaz, we don't have stats tonight, so we're just going to be guessing blind here, just based off of what we've seen. We do like to award 3 stars of the night. Kaz, would you like to take the first star?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Kaylee Wag of Mount Ararat, who started the Ararat off. She had 8 of their first 10 points. She just got them off hot, and they never cooled off.
For the, again, just based off what I've seen, second star of the night, I'm going to go to Jalen Jensen, number 4 on Mount Ararat. A strong night for her, playing along with her sisters. Could give it to any of the Jensens, as they all played well tonight. Play together. Kaz, the third star of the night.
Emma Michaud of Brunswick. Kept their offense composed and calm. Oh my, the presentations for Boys Sen United starts at 6:45. We're here. So we'll be here for a while. All right, I think that'll do it for us here. Kaz Kosinski and Ethan Patterson on the call. Ethan on the microphone and Micah on the scoreboard. We will see you back here in about an hour.
And thank you to our scoreboard sponsor, Singer Domingos Portside Real Estate Group. We will be back with you in about half hour or so. Thank you for tuning in tonight.